Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ryan Retro channel. Today's episode is very exciting. You can see I've got my Retroid Pocket 5 and my laptop here and they're going to work together because we're going to put together our compatibility list for the secret console on the Retroid Pocket 5. In the description of this video will be a link to this spreadsheet that I've put together. And if we now look at this together on the home page, it says, "Welcome to Ryan Retro's Retroid Pocket 5 Compatibility Spreadsheet." Here you will find the best settings to use for games on the secret console and Winlator. So I've made one tab for the secret console and then another tab for Winlator. We'll get to this later. I just want to say I have got a game or two running through Steam on Winlator, which is extremely exciting. And I'll get back to you guys later when I've got more games running. For today, the focus is on the secret console. So you can submit your own responses here with this Google Forms link inside the spreadsheet. So if you follow the link, you'll be taken to this Google form. And let's run through an example together. So let's say I'm playing Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom, and it's running beautifully. I want to let everybody know how I got this running. So we're going to do that in our spreadsheet. So coming over to the Google form over here, let's type in the name of the game, Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. For performance, I'm purely talking about how smoothly the game runs. We're not talking about any little graphical glitches, as we might be able to fix them with help from the community. So in terms of performance, I'm purely talking about, is it a solid 60 frames per second? Or if it's a 30 frames per second game, is it a solid 30 frames per second? Is it running smoothly? So if you think it's running very smoothly, we can choose perfect. If it's running quite smoothly, but maybe dropping a few frames here and there, you could choose great. If it's not really running very well, we can choose playable. And if the game is running terribly, or it doesn't open at all, we can say it's unplayable. So for this game, I think it's running perfectly. I'm going to say perfect. Then we need to say what driver we're using. So coming into the settings of your emulator, by holding your finger down on the game, it should open the settings. We can then go to GPU Driver Manager and see what driver we're using. You can see I'm using the Turnip driver revision 9v2. I also have installed the Turnip driver 25 revision 4, but I'm not using that for this game. So I'm going to make a note that I'm using Turnip 9v2. So I'll type Turnip 9v2. Later, I will make this a drop-down menu after I've gotten quite a few responses and I can see what you guys are usually using. But right now, there are just so many choices for Turnip driver that I need to collect some data before I can make a drop-down menu. The next option does have a drop-down menu, that is, which emulator are you using? Because there aren't too many to pick from. I'm using this one in this case, but choose which one you are using for your test. You can then let us know what update you are using. What I mean by that is which game update level you're using. So coming back to the game setting and choosing add-ons, you can see if you have any updates installed. For this game I don't, so I'll leave that field blank. But as an example of a game that I have installed an update on, we can come over to Skyrim, add-ons, and you can see here I'm using update 1.1.14.534571. So please write that out in the update section so that we know, because Skyrim won't work at all for me without this update. So I think it's very important. So if I was talking about Skyrim, I would write here 1.1.14.534571. But for Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom, I'm actually not using an update, so I'll just leave that blank. Here we have notes, and here is where you can write about any little glitches you might be facing. For example, when I played Dark Souls, I had a few graphical glitches with lighting, so I could write lighting glitches or something like that, just to let the community know of any issues, and then as a community we can come together to fix them. For this particular game, I haven't noticed any issues at all, so I'm going to leave it blank. And now that the form is filled out, I will choose Submit. That will send the data over to my spreadsheet, and now when we open the spreadsheet and go over to Form Responses, you're going to see it populated here. Here are a few I've added myself, and then from here, any community suggestions will be added down below. They will then also be added to the secret console table. So here is a table I have made myself, but from now on it's going to be populated by my own research and also by the community. So when you fill out the Ryan Retro Secret Console Compatibility form, your response will automatically be added to the bottom of the table. You can see the name of the game, you can see the performance, you can see what driver is being used, what emulator is being used, if an update was applied, if there are any notes. For example, Stardew Valley, the co-op is not working, but I gave it a perfect score because the performance is perfect. And then we have this verified box. Verified means verified by Ryan Retro. Now, I'm not calling anybody a liar, but with an open form like this that anybody can fill out, you never know if someone's going to just have a bit of fun and just basically make something up. So verified means it has been verified by me. As people fill out these forms, I will try and go through and verify the performance when I have time. So if you upload some data to this form and let me know that a game is running perfectly, when I have some free time, I'll go through and check it, and if I can confirm it is indeed running perfectly, I will check this box to let everybody know that I agree it's running exactly how you say. One more neat feature is, if you add a game that's already been added before, if the performance you state is higher than the current performance, your addition will be added to the table. So for example, we have The Witcher 3 and I've listed it as unplayable with the turnip driver in this emulator. But if you know how to get this game working, for example, maybe you are using a different emulator and a different driver, if you list the game as being playable, great, or perfect, it's going to update the table with your settings. For example, you fill out this form and you say The Witcher is running great with the Citron emulator, it's going to update this table and it will change it from unplayable to great and it will change it to Citron. So now everybody can see this. So then we can all play the games to the best of their abilities. And one thing to note is that you can sort the table how you like. For example, you can choose performance and sort the column from A to Z, and then you can find all the perfectly running games. And that would be a good way to find out which games you can install now and be confident that they're working. Straight away, you can check out what driver to use, what emulator to use, what update to use, and if there's any notes. So I hope this can be a great resource for the community. I'll spend more time fine-tuning the form and the spreadsheet, but I hope for now it'll be a great starting point for the community to sink their teeth into. So feel free to follow the link in the description below, go to the homepage, click here for the form, and start putting your own information. I'd really appreciate this, and I'm sure a lot of the community would too. Also within the spreadsheet, you can find the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you did subscribe if you haven't already. I'm actually getting close to 5,000 subscribers, which would be a fantastic Christmas present for me. I hope you enjoyed this video today. It was a little bit different as we didn't really test any games, but I hope this is a great step forward for this community. As usual, if you did enjoy the video, please give me a like, it means a lot. And if you'd like to pick up your own Retroid Pocket 5 and join the community, check out the official Retroid website in my description. That is an affiliate link, so I'd really appreciate it if you could buy the console from there if you're thinking about buying it already. I hope you had a great day today, and I'll see you again tomorrow when we'll do a lot more game tests. See you tomorrow. Bye.